What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Pro Winston here. I'm doing a deck profile of the water deck that I played this regionals that just happened like a couple of hours ago. I did play the Mermail Atlantean deck, and I think the deck is very, very, very consistent. I will not be playing in Seattle, but I would be there. I would be one of the judges, and I would advise everyone to take my deck list and at least try it out. This is the deck that y'all wanted to see. This is after all the variations that I put on Facebook and YouTube. We have 2 Abyss Spears. We have 2 Torrentals. We have 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. 2 Salvage. 1 Dark Hole. 1 Monster Reborn. 1 Heavy Storm. 1 Allure of Darkness. 1 Pot of Avarice. 1 Moray of Greed, 1 Gauze the Emissary of Darkness, 2 Tragodias, 2 Maxis, 1 Deep Sea Diva, 2 Gen X Controllers, 3 Gen X Undines, 2 Infantries, 2 Marksmans, 3 Dragoons, 2 Lions, right? Is that his name? Or Linde? Linde. 2 Spikes, 2 Abyss Megalos, and the broken card of the deck.
Of course. I have a few questions for you before you get to the side deck. Let's just break it down, the parts. The Megalos. Explain to your viewers how that works with the Atlanteans, because today I saw a lot of people thought that was an inherent summon, which it's not. So explain to your viewers how that combos with the Atlanteans and other cards in your deck.
Alright, so most people did not notice today in the regionals, but you cannot Thunder King him. The only thing Thunder King's gonna do is stop the search for the Abyss Spear, if you don't get the infantry out, of course, right?
Of course.
So,
Megalo can't activate.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Megalo won't be able to activate,
right.
But most people did not believe that you just drop the Abyss Spear, the Megalo, and then the Thunder King is just there doing nothing. So
right.
I would just sometimes go minus, but I would bring it out and attack over the Thunder King.
Of course. And how'd the 1 Diva work? Why only 1 Diva compared to a lot of people were running 3, but you obviously came up with your own idea about 1 Diva. Explain to your viewers, and also explain to your viewers how that, along with that, like 1 Elemental Lord. Why you only run 1?
Since you can search the cards, I figure since you have infinite options to search any Sea Serpent in the deck, you playing multiples of it is not good. You can use those extra slots in your deck for other things, like defensive traps, like the second Tragodia, like the Gauze, There's certain things that you might need. And I just feel like Diva is searchable through no limit. And even when it goes to the graveyard, you can Pot of Avarice it back or salvage it back.
Right. So, I see that. That makes sense. You play 2 salvage, that's a little more of a +1, so you'd probably rather have the salvage while the Diva's engraved than have a second Diva. That makes sense. I see you maxed out on Tragodia, on the hand traps, and I also saw you play Maxi. And typically in your videos you said you love Valor, and I was just kind of wondering why the sudden switch.
I can understand. The reason I decided to play the Maxi today is because I didn't want to lose to the spamming of these new decks. Like there was a ninja deck that I saw that spammed. The water deck is very good in their swarming abilities, so Maxi comes in handy then. There's just more things to Maxi now, where back then the only good thing to Maxi was the initial wind-up deck. So therefore, now you can Maxi anything. Chaos Dragons is more popular, and yeah, the same thing I just said, so right. I would just do that.
In your spell lineup, we see in the OCG a lot. That's where we get a lot of our ideas, and that's where we sort of start our deck ideas from. In the OCG, they don't really play MSTs nearly at all. Some might play 2 depending on the build, but I've seen a lot that play 0. You max out on 3, and you cut down on 1 marksman. Can you explain why you did that, and why also 2 infantry?
I want my summon to be successful.
Right.
And Dino Rabbit is everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Macro Dino Rabbit is a problem.
Right.
Don't ever let someone tell you that it's not. This deck is not unbeatable. It is cheesy. Some of the pro players compare it to the next Teledad of its time, yes. But Mystical Space Typhoon is needed.
At 3?
Huh?
At 3 in the deck? At 3?
I would play 3, yes.
Right.
I don't think I'm going to cut it down. Marksman is only good for the initial discarding outlet you have. If you don't have that outlet, it's just dead.
And one more question. You played, for your trap lineup, you played 2 Spheres and 2 Torrential. How'd you come about choosing those 4 trap cards? We see a lot in the OCG. We see, Bottomlesses, Warnings. You see Spiritual Water Art. You see a lot of trap cards. And how'd you come across, and also 2 Abyss Sphere. I see a lot of people playing 3. How'd you come across the idea of 2?
Abyss Sphere is only good if you have Mermails in your deck. There's a lot of times where I draw them, and that's the reason why I play Maury of Greed.
Okay.
So I figured that if I have to set that card, once again for these searchable cards,
Right.
I'm not going to benefit. Now, everything's not searchable, but when I say searchable, the Abyss Sphere is to bring out the Linde. The Linde goes to the graveyard to bring out the Spike. Spike is only good if you have one of the Sea Serpent Atlanteans in your hand.
Right.
But how often are you going to search those before you search the Magulo
Right.
and the Elemental Lord?
Right. That makes sense.
So I will cut down on one of the spheres.
Okay.
The Torrentals is needed for the initial threats. This deck is good, but it has no protection against first turn Thunder King.
Right.
I lost to Christia today.
Oh wow.
Because I didn't have an initial out.
Right.
And I don't know where in the world my Undine was.
Right. And the Undine would have been an out for the Christia
Correct.
infantry. Okay.
Even though I'm thinking about cutting down the 2 Undines,
Okay.
I don't see the point of 3, because Undine is only good for as much Gen X control as you have.
All right, and please explain to your viewers. Me and you both saw in the last round at table 1 or 2, we saw someone Veil or Undine. Please explain why they should not do that.
On table 2, that means that both of these players are X1s. Player A summon Undine. Player B, this is first turn, effect Veiler. And he said, okay, I don't get the controller. But he still went off. Don't waste your effect Veiler on that. Just effect Veiler, the Elemental Lord, or effect Veiler, the Magulo. Like there's
Right.
things that you should effect Veiler if you're gonna even waste a card.
Yeah, because the Undine's for cost, so they still get the best part of the effect, and then they keep their other Undines live in the deck. So
Half the deck is cost, and
Yes.
you will lose because I will always pay cost.
right. Of course. All right. Do you have a side deck for us?
Yes.
All right, perfect.
The side deck is 2 Royal Decrees for the initial road decks. This helped me against Heroes and the Exodias and Burn. 2 Goals and Match, very, very popular in the main deck.
Okay.
But it's better against Rabbits and Windups. 2 Shadow Imprisonments. This is why I single-handedly won the Insector and Dark Road matchup today.
Okay.
2 Bottoms Trap Holes for the Agents, the Rabbits, and the Windups. 1 System Down for the Gigia or Machina or any machine. 2 Effect Veilers for the Insectors, the Windups, and the New Arising, that ninja deck. I would effect veil those ninjas. If I had to, I'll effect veil every fucking ninja in there. And this is also good against agents.
Okay.
2 Thunder Kings, and I'm gonna explain this.
Yeah.
But before I explain this, let me just say 2 Small Mini-Eaters. It's very, very, very good against heroes. It's very, 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 very good against the Rabbit matchup.
Right.
But it's searchable. It's a rank 3. That's
okay.
why it's very important.
How is it searchable?
Because it's a water monster.
Oh, okay.
You can search
right.
any water monster in this
okay.
deck practically.
Oh, man, nice.
Now,
the Thunder Kings, yeah.
the Thunder
explain
Kings.
That.
Thunder Kings might seem surprising. I don't even know how to explain it. Thunder King is just good overall. It's very, 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 very standard in most side decks. But you just need the Thunder Kings now.
Right.
Thunder Kings need to be sided against any and everything, even in the mirror match.
Right.
It's good against Dark Rose, it's good against Windups. I side decked them in against Insectors today.
Oh, why is that?
Because he was trying to OD on part to do biology.
Oh,
trying
damn,
to get
yeah.
lucky.
Of course, of course. And why didn't you side Messenger of Peace? That seems to be a really popular card right now. Wind-ups and just low-level decks. It feels like it would fit in with the Atlantean Mermail kind of deck. Why not side that?
I didn't have it,
Oh, okay, all right.
but I would side deck.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. And the extra deck?
Yep. One Mistworm,
Okay.
one Scrap Dragon, one Gungear, one Black Rose Dragon, one Gaianite, one DeLorean, one Catastor, one Armory Arm, one number 11, Big Eye, one Abyss Gaius or whatever, one Abyss Dweller. Very, very, very underrated. Let me just put those two cards on the side. Those two cards won me games. Wind Up Zimines, number 17 Leviathan Dragon, Gachi, Daigusto Phoenix.
Okay. So
This is very good because it stops the graveyard effects.
Okay.
So it's very clutch. This though, I brought that out, and when your opponents can't use effects, they practically lose.
Okay.
If you know what you're doing,
Right.
and that's probably all I can say. Like it's like a stun. It's like a stun variant on crack.
Right.
And that's why I play the Gauze, because it's easy access to the level 7.
Right.
I'm thinking about playing a third Magulo,
Okay.
but that's still in the works. But that's the deck, guys.
All right.
Don't be afraid to share your comments with me. I don't mind if y'all tell me my deck is trash. Please do though. I would like constructive criticism nonetheless. This is my build though. I believe that my build would do good. I just see most people cutting down on these. I agree with the choice. I don't think you should play 3 of these.
Okay.
That's just me. In this deck though, I might go up to a second Deep Sea Diva. I might.
Okay,
But
cool.
further testing will decide that. Thank you, and thank you to all my loyal subscribers. And you already know, if it's not pro, it got to go. Deuces.